Offering his own blood, the wise man lowers his head in shame and fear, knowing well the squalid one's deception. Lord of the squalid hills, king of the spiraled crown, I beckon ye a stark warning. Abause your on me, Lord. Ye bring about the wrath of the twin rivers, whose holy water an ancient spirit holds not, but ill will and death, for thine tortured heathens, whom dare not giveth the blood it holds most precious. From the mountains to the gully depths of other worlds, thine shall be haunted. To this I say, my oath is to be under doubt, on pinched and laundered tongue. Farewell, my lord of phantom waters. With a rugged and glistening motion, a blade cuts through the stringent and focused air, cleaving into the flesh of the wise and trusted man, cracking his vertebrae and sending his head twirling into the swift current to lay within the tomb of the river beast, god of duality and divine vengeance, so that his soul may linger within the halls of watered flesh and drowned souls to faithfully serve the horrid will of the Seek. Dawn after dawn came as the king of the spiraled crown lay in wait for his taste of godly vengeance. Within him a battle raged, creating an unrelenting storm of paranoia-fueled fever. Two voices speak at once within him, one being his own squalid speech, and the other being from vibrant millennia unknown to this world or any other. Tex Flalana, deep into thee, they lay their swords to your power. In crown they bleed into undeserving fate that taketh from ye what I could never have. Hearing this, the squalid king freezes, hearing both his voice and that of something deep within the midnight mist, bound far beyond the boundaries of mortal kind. And if his eyes would dare fool him, he would thank them for it, for in the shaded undergrowth of the rotting forest he saw her, bent backwards at the spine, her bones protruding as she walked on all fours, wrapped in the very iron chains he cursed her. She giggles, with a haunted warmth. From her eyes and mouth run the waters of the parted river, and from her innards spawn the tips of many fingers. Even at her absurd distance, he can hear her whispering into his hollowed ear, tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. He leaps into a sprint, begging for his guard, only to find within his dining hall the severed head of the wise man whose face is resting in stalwart bliss, sitting upon his barren feast. Stirs of forbidden and alluring depravity rage war within the musings of ancient belief, bringing turmoil within the squalid leader. Cowering within his elaborate chambers, he feasts upon wilted fruit, lays with diseased women, all in a vain attempt to forego his inevitable fate. Tick-tock, tick-tock. The scarlet whore, once again she mocks him to the rhythm of bound iron chains. Did his sacrifice not touch the splendid tongue of the parted river beast? To this god of duality did he not bear the blood of his own chowder? As he ponders his broken thoughts, the severed head of the wise man leers in an eerie stillness, staring blankly with the muddied eye at the depths of his king's debauchery. The Seek walk in droves from the mouth of the parted river, among them a sinister desire for the needed blood of a squalid king of a spiraled crown. Lithe with a film of gray stone, the eyes of the wise man remain wide and alert, staring across the pestilence-ridden feasting halls. Through his dead eyes the Seek hone their hunting instincts. Encircling the grounds of the spiraled crown, they stand staring, never blinking, their bulging lime eyes tracing patterns of madness along the squalid king. Within the walls of his mind, echoes run rampant, his thoughts overlapping his reasoning, being strangled by the overbearing weight of paranoia. Tick-tock. She repeats as his inner monologue becomes heightened, chiming in as it seems fit. You hear her. She always wanted the death ye gave her. No, you blasphemous fool, she was thine seed. You wilted the growth of thine own gardens. Blood sacred, divine kinship, your family wants it all. They shall take it by birthright, give unto them that which thee hast stolen. To death with it all, to thine flame and soiled earth, ye stand alone. All those he would hold dear lay dead, and vengeful in his thoughts, as his paranoid delusions of betrayal and death fight for supremacy. Ye felt it, the grit of her bones, the scraping of thine noble knife. Thine seed screams for thee, she trusted ye. The lime eyes of the Sikhs surround him as he stands within his halls of madness. Squalid swine, thou is divine. Squalid swine, thou is divine, repeats the bearer of the spiraled crown, irreversibly trapped within the void of dual self-judgment. Tick-tock, 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 repeats the repentant daughter as she squirms in her rusted chains. Upon him they bear, digging in his flesh with clawed fury and dragging him back to the brink of the parted river. Their lime eyes glow with the raging pulse of the squalid leader as they drag him to the depths of the reddened river. As his screams bellow in the thick waters of his throne, sitting in his steed is a single barren coin, bearing the face of the spiraled king etched and ground with Sikh blood. And I hope you enjoyed the conclusion of tonight's terror tale, Ultion, Part 2. Join us next time for another terror tale here at Advent Wrath.